Welcome back to another edition of Talk Nerdy to Me. I'm your host, Troy Stegner. And I have a comic book review here for you, but before we get into that, I'm going to ask you to do me a favor and subscribe. Subscribe to this channel. It helps a lot with the metrics and allows us to do videos like this for you for free. Now that the pandering is out of the way, looky, comic booky. They are, for some reason, relaunching Legends of the Dark Knight. Sometimes I wonder if they do these relaunches just so they'll sell more, because number ones tend to sell better. Yeah, I don't know why they didn't just continue on with the numbering, except that maybe they were trying to get you to buy it because it's a number one and it's Batman. That being said, wasn't a bad story. Wasn't bad. There's some dude running around Gotham. You know, here's a question for you. If you live in Gotham and they're having all these problems all the time, don't you think you'd move, man? I think I would do my best to get out of that city. Maybe they having problems selling. Maybe the real estate's bad there, and because nobody wants to move there because there's always some supervillain doing something dumb. Anyway, side note. There's a supervillain doing something dumb in this Legends of Dark Knight #1. Some Russian dude, I guess they're calling him the Gas Mask Killer. He has some really powerful variant of some kind of sarin gas that kills people, you know, pretty much on contact. Whether you breathe or not, contact through the skin will do it also. And it kills you in mere moments, it says, if you don't have the antidote or the serum, whatever they use for it. And, you know, all the big hitters from Batman's Rogues Gallery is mentioned in here. You got Riddler, Mr. Freeze, Joker, Scarecrow, and the Penguin. I mean, that's a murderer's row of bad dudes right there. In this, you're already going to be seeing in #1, Penguin, Joker, and Mr. Freeze. So anyway, they find this gas mask killer dude is got this sarin gas that he stole from the docks in Gotham. He's trying to unload it to the highest bidder. Yeah, he doesn't care. He's he's trying to negotiate with Penguin and Freeze, but Batman is watching from the tree, of course. And here's that whole dichotomy with Batman and the no killing thing. He watches the gas mask killer gas one of his own dudes to prove that the gas works. Then he also sits around and watches as Penguin was trying to cut Mr. Freeze out of the deal by showing up early. Mr. Freeze comes. He starts freezing dudes. I mean, I don't know that you can survive after being frozen solid like that. I don't think so. But Batman watches that happen too. And it's not until Freeze is getting ready to kill Penguin that he stops Mr. Freeze. So you're okay with him killing all the other henchmen and the gas mask killer killing his dude, but when the two supervillains are going to kill each other, that's when Batman draws the line and stops it. That's kind of where I get upset with Batman a lot. It doesn't make a lot of sense. Anyway, he hems them up, Penguin and Mr. Freeze, so he stops the buy, but the gas mask killer, say that 5 times fast, gets away. But he overheard him saying that he also had plans to try to sell the gas to Joker. So they go to Joker's amusement mile and try to confront him there. The police show up, and of course he has a bunch of his little weird-looking toy things that if you shoot them, they pop out gas, and if you don't, they start shooting gas. Well, Batman comes, and he gets the wind blowing in from the bay to clear out the gas, and he gives the cops the antidote. And there's a dig in here against former President Trump. Let me see if I can find it. Here we go. Yeah, because Joker says, well, I can't hang around and tuck you in. To quote another clown, you're fired, except I have better hair. I mean, that's unmistakably, he's talking about Donald Trump, of course. So he jumps in the helicopter to take off. Batman, of course, he has his grapple gun. He gets a hold of the helicopter, and he's being flown all over. He knows Joker's going to Gotham to probably release the gas over the city. Batman is able to work his way up into the helicopter, try to tell Joker to land, you're not going to do this. And what does Joker do? He busts open one of his little toys there with the gas in it, and so both of them are getting gassed, and the last thing you see is the helicopter diving into Gotham Bay. So, Legends of the Dark Knight #1. Would I subscribe? Not yet. Not yet. I need to see more. It's got the makings of a good story. Is this Gas Mask Killer going to be another villain, or is he going a big time villain, or is he going to be another throwaway that they just use for this one storyline? Are they going to continue doing Legends of the Dark Knight, or is this just going to be a short series? Don't know. And for those reasons, I would pick it up off the shelf for issue 1. Issue 2, probably pick it up off the shelf too to see if it gets good, because we still have some of his rogues gallery who has not been seen. We will determine, is Gas Mask Killer going to sell sarin gas to some of the other guys? Don't know. A lot of questions on this. It doesn't seem to be. It seems to be cut from the same cloth as a lot of other Batman stories, and I didn't feel anything really original in here except for maybe a new villain. For that reason, pull it off the shelf. Don't subscribe yet. So that was my review of Legends of the Dark Knight #1. I guess that's 11, huh? Uno, #1. That being said, I'm going to ask you to subscribe to the channel. It helps with the metrics a whole lot. And while you're at it, that bell icon, hit it. It'll let you know whenever we put up a new video. And until you see that new video, later, nerds.
Get nerdy with me. Tell me what game that you get on. Is it card or read? What kind of class do you play, girl? In an RPG.